Mark, good morning. Welcome to the program.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Wow.
Lucifer himself has entered the building.
No,
friends.
Jacob. You and I have been going at it all morning long. Dude.
Lucifer's tired too. Lucifer has jet lag.
Wow. Must be hell.
Hey!
All right, that's it. That's the last one. Listen, we've enjoyed your work for so many years. It seems like he still looks like he's 25, but he's been in all this great stuff. We chronicled it already. I'm not going to run down the list and embarrass you even more, Mark. But you worked with some pretty decent people. You know, your Spielbergs, your Lynches, your Coen brothers, just to name a couple.
Not bad, right? Not amateurs.
No.
Not bad at all.
I think they might go a few places in this business. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So what?
They're on the right track, I think.
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
yeah, because of you. So why are you so actors are so insecure, and you keep getting all this work. You got to be doing something right.
I hope so, but you know what? The insecurity doesn't stop. I mean, I grew up in this business over the past 20 some odd years. And I know how unstable it can be, even for people who have won Academy Awards. You know, there's a couple of famous stories out there about great actors who've been forgotten, and so I don't want to become one of those guys that rests on my laurels by any stretch of the imagination. So for me, I'm the blue collar guy going out there and always putting my feet out there on the pavement and working as hard as I can to keep it coming.
You bet. Mark Pellegrino's here with us. We're going to talk about the return here in a second, but I think, Stefani, you make mention of this. Here's a guy who's a leading man, but he's also a character actor, mm-hmm. and so that kind of helps because you can carry the lead, but you can also play these characters, most of them ominous. I shouldn't say most of them, many of them ominous. So is there a longing for and I'm going to do the third person here, a Mark Pellegrino to be the lead actor in everything, or are you satisfied being a character actor?
Oh, I think character actors, they're the meat and potatoes of the business, man. They have the most challenging obstacles to overcome in their work and the most interesting stuff to do. So I'm totally content with that. I think it's a compliment to say that I'm a character actor.
Well, and it's ever changing too. You're never just pigeonholed into being, the good detective in every cop show.
Right.
You can go ahead and be a little malleable. You can be the guy next door, the cool dad, the douche dad, and Lucifer.
Yeah.
Paul Bennett from Dexter.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, exactly.
The douche dad. Yeah, you're right. And that's what I like about it. It makes the work interesting. You don't have to do the same thing day after day after day after day, and that's a pretty amazing blessing.
Well, you're involved in another original piece of work, and we hail the new renaissance of TV after slogging through crap reality shows and wondering if there was anything going to be original anymore. All of these networks have stepped it up, and I really do applaud them. And A&E is one of those networks which, really hit the map with Mad Men and then proceeded from there. So tell us about The Returned. That you're involved in. What's for people who haven't seen it? What's it all about?
Well, The Returned is about people who have long been dead coming back to life in this little town called Caldwell, Washington. And my character is the character Jack Winship, whose daughter Camille was tragically killed in a bus accident 4 years previous to the opening of the film. She is the first to return to this little town. And, the thing that I love so much about this story is, we commonly associate miracles with great things. But, sometimes you should be careful what you wish for because miracles are a little bit more complicated, and in this case, a lot more complicated. So when the returns start coming back and revisiting the world again, and the world is very different from what they left, the reactions of the people who are alive are really interesting and variable and in some cases crazy. So I like that it's a complicated take on miracles.
And and what role do you play, Mark? Obviously a prominent one, but tell us about your character.
Yeah, Jack Winship is the father of the first girl to come back, and my daughter Camille comes back 4 years after she died. And in that 4 years, our entire family is disintegrated. And her sister has, of course, has grown up 4 years older than her now, and all of her friends have more or less forgotten her. And so her return is kind of the catalyst for all kinds of crazy stuff to happen within our broken family unit.
Well, yeah. I mean, it sounds like a bag of emotions. What do you do with that?
Yeah.
Oh, every character.
Well, yeah, and I think the great thing is there's a number of storylines that kind of hit every note, that you would imagine would be possible with experiencing a miracle like this. I mean, my take on it is, hey, anything you're feeling is legitimate. I mean, because we have no reference point for something like this. And anything from numbness to rage is viable. And I think all of those expressions are in the show.
We're here with Mark Pellegrino. The show is The Returned. It's on A&E Monday nights at 10. And it does. You referenced that careful what you wish for, but everybody who loses someone or something, because it reminds me a little bit of Pet Sematary without the pets.
Right.
But it's almost like if something like this were to happen, how would people handle it? So it really is. It really is a bit of an exercise in the human condition of one of the things that we wish for the most, to bring back those that we've lost.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you know what? Should death be an absolute? Is it better that way? Is it better that there's an end? These are questions I think that a lot of the characters are going to be exploring through the season.
Well, and Mark, is it ever answered? What's happening? Why it's happening? Who's behind it?
I hope so.
Oh, okay.
All right. Well, that makes us watch.
I know, but I didn't know.
Would you would think he was going to give it away? By the way, the Titanic sinks, Stephanie. I just didn't want to ruin it for you. A couple of remaining moments with Mark Pellegrino. We ask this of all actors, especially of your ilk and your talent and busyness. Is this something that's occupying all of your time, or is there something on the horizon? New movies, other television shows that you're going to involve yourself in?
Well, actually, I'm in New York right now because my wife is directing an independent film called The Last Train. It's based on a play written by Anthony Montez called Subway Suicide. And it's a really, really cool piece. And my wife just completed a series of international shorts. We travel all over the world doing supernatural conventions, sci-fi conventions, and we decided to use that as an opportunity to kind of make short films about the towns that we were in, about the people in them, and they're mostly comedies about miscommunication between cultures and languages and stuff, and pretty fun stuff. So that's kind of my preoccupation at the moment.
All right. And your wife calling the shots, as it should be, right, Stephanie?
Oh, jeez.
I know. All right.
Mark, thank you so much for putting up with us.
Yeah. Mark Pellegrino, everybody. It's The Returned on A&E. Mark, thanks a lot, man.
All right. Thank you, man. Thank you.